What's good? What's good? What's good?
My partner in crime.
Markets are moving. A little bit before New York session, markets are moving right now. All markets, crypto, little Bitcoin, little 108.8. Golds came down, missed some sells on it last night. 4 hour brought some sells, missed those. Was looking for buys yesterday. You guys know if you're on the stream or if you're in my inner circle. Called out some buys down here. Was looking for buys yesterday. Caught those actually though. There was like 2 signals I sent out yesterday. So yeah, there was a nice sell. There's sells, missed some sells. It is what it is. Market's bouncing right now, looking like it's gonna go up. Well, it's already going up. Yeah, this thing looks like it wants to push up more. There was maybe like one buy coming into London session. Otherwise, you kind of had to wait maybe till here, this area. Price could push up from here. Like price could go up potentially. Like probably not. I wouldn't say looking for a huge swing. Not the best entry right now. Ideally, like maybe like we're forming some support in here. There's no news today. Like no high impact news. If this could pull back and you could find like better entries, and we get a nice like, move up like this. Looks like it came to, you know, you had like 33.20 here. 33.25. Went below 33.25. I haven't looked for any trades yet. Missed the sells. There was one buy I saw but missed it. It was like I was scanning the chart a little bit. Almost sent it out last night, but then price moved and I was like, I missed the move, so didn't chase it. Figured I missed the move, so it was like sometimes you gotta recognize like when the move is, you know, if the move's already happened, if there was a setup that you could have caught, and not try to keep forcing moves. There was maybe one buy to look at, like if you're spending time. I haven't spent time on the charts last night. I was gonna go live last night, but didn't. I talked about, like I sent 2 signals out down here. You guys know, like I sent 2 signals out, and on one of the streams I did was talking about buys. Sent 2 signals out yesterday, so they were good signals, good buys down here. Could have held those way longer. This thing went up. So like after this, it's like if you didn't catch any of that, it's like, and you were looking for that same like thing here, you missed it, right? The buy was here. So if you're going for the buy here, 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 you're going for the buy even now. The buy kind of, there was a buy that happened, right? So you can't just play with like the market, like every single buy is gonna go take. Coming into certain times, there could be reactions. There was a good buy coming into London, like coming into like pre-London, and then the market shifted down. It didn't hold this low. Well, it broke. I was watching the market here, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna take a buy here. I was gonna send a buyout. I literally had it in my notes. I might still even have it in my notes. I was literally gonna send a buyout like right here at 24, 21 area. I was gonna put stop loss at 19. It would have quickly went into drawdown, and I was like, oh. The only place I would have been looking for buys would have been in here. Only place that would have made sense to like, because I was looking at my phone, but I was like half asleep, was like in here. So you would have to like be quick. There was a good pullback at that point. Like if you were looking for, like if you were after this big move, if you were looking for like after this, if the first pullback that happened, you were like, yo, I gotta buy, like chill. Chill. You know? Like if the market makes a move like this and it, you know, at a certain point you gotta wait for a decent pullback. Like look at now, the market's giving you a pretty decent pullback, right? Coming into like pre-New York. You can't just look at the market like, oh my god, it's gone up, I gotta buy. First pullback, like you can't treat the first pullback like it's just gonna go, right? It's likely to give you some scalping reactions, find some volume for buyers, but you can't just treat it like, oh my gosh, the buys, I missed the buys. The buys are down here, you know, like. So like this did a decent pullback here, like coming into Tokyo or even pre-London, when I usually like to look at the charts pre-London. There's a decent, like if you were looking at price here, you might have been able to spot some buys and catch something here. I would think maybe you get like a pullback to like 33.30, 33.32, 33.33 at the max. That would be if we hold 33.20. Let's say if we hold 33.20, so stop loss could be like 33.19 for this setup. Otherwise, next zone would be 33.15, 33.10 area. 33.15, 33.10 area would be the next area to keep an eye on. 33.15, 33.10 would be the next area. If we go over here, for instance, you can see this candlestick here around 33.15, some resistance around that 33.15, 33.10 area. So the next zone would be down there. Right now, when we look at this, we can even look a bit to the left, right? 33.25 markets, that's a quarter level. Maybe making a stronger hold on that, like maybe the 4-hour flips or 1-hour flips, that level. We can look to the left a bit here between like 33.20 and then let's put 33.15 here. All right, and if we look left, I feel like next zone would be 33.15, 33.10 at the most, because if you look even to the left, you mark 33.15, 33.10 area, 33.20, and look to the left, you'll see some action there. So like maybe some bounces could happen here, some bounces. We can see to the left, like don't have to look for a huge move, could maybe just a bounce up, like something up into here. 33.15, I would see maybe like the next area, 33.10, if market pushes down there, because like 4 hours pretty bearish. Like if you were looking at the 4-hour, I wasn't going for buys. I almost sent a signal out, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna be cautious because I was watching this 4-hour, like this thing's bearish. So I was like, I'm gonna chill till New York. This candle, you know, you had 4-hour rejection there. Could have trusted that candlestick and sold around 33.40 maybe. After that, try to get pullbacks. Like there was not the cleanest one here, but 4-hour rejection happened there, and then after that we've come down until New York session. You see nice like a 4-hour rejection there. After that, 4 hours looking pretty bearish. I was like, I'm gonna chill, cause I figured I knew I missed the sells. I was like, I missed the sells. I was like, I missed the sells up here. I was thinking about it. Missed the sell setup up there. should have been on. If I was on the charts, would have probably caught it or analyzed it to catch it. This 4 hour though, I was watching this and I was like, when I woke up, I was like, nah, I gotta chill. The way it was moving, so I'm gonna wait till it's closer to the finish of this 4 hour. Because if you were watching this 4 hour at all, you would have saw this thing was bearish. If you're on the chart watching the last 4 hours, seen it at all, it was pretty bearish, and it was like, yo. So I was like, I'm gonna wait till the end of it. It was a good time to stream. Maybe we have a buy setup here in the 20s. 20s could potentially hold. There's not any crazy news. I like this setup for looking for something that could maybe go to here at least, or a bit beyond, around this area. We had a big move up. 50% is where the market will pretty much like come to. Yeah, someone asked the question, 50%. I mean, shallow. Before that, you got shallow retracements, like 50% in neutral place. But before that, you even have shallow retracements that will get tapped. But when the market's made it like such an extent, it's same thing. Like this really, it's like you don't want to be bearish down here. You don't want to be extremely bearish down here. You know, think about all the sellers in here. Not a good time to be extremely bearish, right? But look at the market beforehand. You had a really big sell-off. We had a really big dump in price. So down there, it's the same that goes as what I just said. Like as price pushes up, makes these extensions, you don't want to be super bullish at those points, right? We just got a 1 hour close. Oanda. I'm on the Oanda one here. See forex.com. Just got a 1 hour close. Longs look pretty good. I like longs for the morning. I think I'll enter buy. Where's my other phone? Oh. Yeah, in this area, try to see if this area holds for gold. Whoops. If it doesn't, then I would, like I said, the next area I think it would come to would be closer to where we pretty much reverse from, which is like 33.15, 33.10 area. You can see down there. What was I gonna buy? Is that 35 and 25? 35. Yeah, like depends where 35. Like 35, not at that point you missed the buy. At 35 you missed the buy. That's when you gotta look at the market and be like, I missed the buy. It happened already. They had two buy entries. One in here, one here. 35, that's up here. Unless you're trading the breakout around here, here. You gotta look at like the market took this low out. If you were buying here, like it depends where you're buying. 35, because like your entry, like because I was watching the market here, and I recognized I missed the move. I missed the entry I would have caught. The entry you would have caught. Entry you should have caught. The entry I would have caught would have been either in here, around 31, 30 area. Or again, 31, like here. The entries were in here. So at a point, like especially coming into London session, when volume pushes, you got to recognize, unless you're looking for the market to hold here, but that quickly went down, so that wouldn't have held. The buys would have been, there was like a buy signals in here, There's a buy signal here. You got a market structure shift up. Retest of that. Continuation. It looks like buys right now. We're pulling back into the zone. It looks like buys right now. I'll take a buy on gold. I'll take one entry right now on gold. And I want to see if we can hold this zone. 1 hour just closed bullish. I'll probably scatter a few entries in this area between like 24, 22, maybe 21 if it goes lower. I think it'll pop up maybe to 33.30. I would see 33.32, 33.33 at the most. Looks like a possible buy entry loading here. Now like here it was sketchy because like the market punched up, came down. You would have had to like really catch it on this wick. I was watching the market do all this. So like there was like entries in here, or like right here would have been the best entry. Right now it looks like accumulation. We have these lows could stick. We might be getting buys here on gold in this if this is accumulation holding. And then we get one move up out of this scalping, a move out of this potentially if it holds. Potentially buys, yeah, to push up maybe to 33.30. That's if that 20 holds. Maybe extra pay. If you look at when I send signals, pay attention to how often I send signals. Go look at the last signals I've sent and how often I send them. And then go look at how much time you might spend on the charts. Go look at how often I send. So go since like June 22nd, but go look at how many of those signals have lost. Then go look at how many I've sent. But then just look at the number of losses. There's only one. There's only one loss in here since a while. Go look at how much time you spend on the charts, and then go look at how many signals I send you guys. But then go look at the amount of losses on the signals. So should show you how much patience you need actually if you're looking for good trades, good setups as well. If you're spending so much time on the charts, then that could be another thing. Over trading. Most the markups I've sent, signals, ideas, if we were to go back from the start and the ones I've sent in school, there's probably very minimal losses. Probably enough to count on our hand. Maybe both our hands. In there. And on school. Over time. It looks like accumulation here. You would want the lows to stick. We got, yeah, right here, we got this low. So we have a nice zoom in on the guy. Right here, low, lower low. We have this high. We just made a higher high here. So this could go up or it could come back, rebound. Like we might punch up 1, 2. Make a continuation maybe like to 28, 30 for like first area and then 32 second area. That's what I see. I don't know if you guys can see the pattern I see here. We've been in a downtrend. We just took out some lows here. We're just making lower lows. So potentially this could hold. If we're looking at like a potential market structure shift. That's if the 20s hold, and it could be overall like 25. Like if the 20s hold, then 25 would end up like holding. Because we're in this 25-20 zone, realistically. And then, like I said, that next zone would be 15 to 10. A good area to keep an eye on. If this zone doesn't hold, would be like 15 to 10 area. This zone should hold. It looks pretty good. Like we've been in a downtrend. Looks like accumulation before New York potentially. There's no crazy news today, right? Like there's just there's nothing to really like kind of, you know, there's Tuesday, there's no crazy news today. We just got the CAD news at 10. That's in 3 hours. So this said maybe this could even maybe give us movement by then. Maybe it could give us some scalping movement. Targets 28. Oh, we gotta put different color here. I could see it going at 28.30 easy. Pip and dip, and then maybe like 32. 28.30. And like 32. 33. This is potentially setting up to push up higher. Yesterday, it's like a buy low situation. If you think about yesterday, it's always good to show up every day. Mondays might be a day, you know, there can still be setups. Monday's not everyone's favorite day. It's kind of a gray day in the market. You look at yesterday, it was pretty much like a buy the dip, like buy low situation on price with gold yesterday. You could see yesterday, like, you know, starting the market off Monday, we came literally right to 3,300. So nothing crazy here. Like I was calling out buys yesterday, and I even streamed yesterday and saying like I see buys. I was talking about 3307, 3305 area. And then the second signal I sent was 3301, 3299 area. So like yesterday, it was pretty much like, think about buy low, sell, buy low, sell high. A buy the dip situation. You can see 3,300. Like a lot of like what I do has a lot of like successful trades and signals. There's a lot of trades I've sent out that I take are signals too. Like these trades, taking these trades with you guys. So it was one of them was a big trade. If I held it, it would have been crazy. If I held it longer, this one, it would have been crazy. I ended up getting out like shortly after I took this screenshot. When it got to like 5,200, it ended up shortly after I took this screenshot. This thing ended up pushing up. I took a nap after I sent this trade. I literally took a nap, woke up, it was in more profit. I literally took a nap, and yep. There's been one sell setup that I called out recently. That one did pretty good too. Could have held that thing because it came down to like here. I mean, that was at 3,350 before we went to 3,300. Was calling out sells. Yesterday, I was literally calling out buy. I called out 2 buys yesterday. 2. All right, I called out 2 yesterday. 3,300 though. I was like, I saw the market wick underneath it, go to the 90s. And when in that moment, I wasn't, you know, there's like behavior to the market, and then how that might influence you, how that might make you feel. When I saw it underneath 3,300, I was chilling. I was like, okay, this is okay. 3,300 could still hold. It could go, you know, it could be a liquidity. It could still go underneath the price. You could see it went underneath 3,300, but not for long, really. Like when we look at 3,300, it's a key level, key price level, psychological number. That's probably the price we all want Ethereum at right now. You know, maybe I'm manifesting it. You know, I'm good at manifesting things, so let me just speak it. can see 4 hour if you look at both. So let's go 3,300. Like a little like this is why I like looking at both. People always ask me, which one do you use? It's both. Both are good to look at. You can see a difference in the candle at 3,300. When you look at forex.com or Oanda here. Now forex.com had like a interesting situation yesterday, so the candle might have actually looked different if the market it wasn't showing the full data. It wasn't open. If some of you guys probably know what I'm talking about, right? Yesterday forex.com had some maintenance issues, I guess, or price data feed issues. Oh, and you can see these types of candles signify rejection, right? But it's happening even around a key level. Like you're getting it happening around a key level, 3,300. Like it even reaches to 3,300. You can see how big those wicks are. Those wicks start at like close to 3,310, 33. You know, higher up. You have those wicks. You have that whole wick there. So at one point, bearish, taking out the low. You have that wick rejection there, and then big price move up. After this wick, you can see a large wick here. Next candle goes up really quickly, and then you form support right there. So I would say a very key price level, big retracement, good enough. Like for me, it's like okay, market opened with a fast move down to there. It's like okay, Sunday right into Monday, moves like that, fast. Market open, comes right into that level. Made sense with that in mind, because like the more time you spend on the charts, you'll see different behaviors, situations like that, even where it's like the market moves super fast at a time, at a day. For me, just like familiar behavior. For me, familiar behavior with how the market opened, very fast dropping, you know, comes to that price, hits 3,300. It's like, did you expect it to hit 3,300 when the market was opening? Like, what was you? Well, like, no, maybe not. Well, what was your sentiment when market opened? Were you bullish? Were you bearish? Were you looking for a trade right away? First trade I took was literally called it out to you guys. First trade I took this week, literally called it out to you guys. Even in the XAU here, it was a spicy one. First trade I called out to you guys. Could be holding here, folks. Look at that. This is a good day because there's no news. It's just IV PMI for CAD. I mean, that's in 3 hours. Doesn't give us anything to so much worry about liquidation, like because this is a good setup. There's like a change of character here. Maybe some of you guys can see it. Buys look good, like I said, in that area. Bitcoin hit 109. I just saw that, yeah. True. It could push up. It looks like an accumulation. This would be more of an accumulation pattern, like a change of character, market structure shift. You have a low here. Perfect for reversals or even scalping, day trading situations. So from low, high, lower, low, you punch up, you make this higher high right here. Can you see it? It's a change of character, market structure shift. Can you see it? Type in the chat if you can see it. these types of patterns work. These are the types of things you got to get good at spotting. I actually, if you're in my inner circle, trade recaps, this one right here, I called a trade out right there. It was perfect. We're getting one of these. If you're in my inner circle, we're getting literally the buy. If you're in my inner circle, has anybody watched this yet? There's 364 of you, so I don't think everyone's watched it. Probably not. I just uploaded it like yesterday or the day before. Yo, if you're in my inner circle, take notes. Take notes. Cause remember the buy? Remember the buy? July 5th, the buy? Where is that? Clean. That one was clean. Bruh, that one was... If you were awake, that was pre-London, going into London. Oh, that's Tokyo session. July 3rd. There's two. Man. There was more than one buy that yeah. Then there was a buy the next... Oh, man. Wait. How many buys I be calling out here? Just be buying. Just be buying. Just buys. I did say this pullback could go to buys. If you don't think I'm in buy, if you're asking if I'm in buys, man, funny question. I said I'll take one buy entry if you were listening before. If you guys are listening before, someone asked in the chat. I said I'm gonna take one buy entry. Could go up to like 28.30 potentially. But this is a good pattern to see. These are great for scalping, like getting even quick reactions like that, knowing that like maybe buyers are starting to take control. Yesterday's setup was like, okay, there was some of that in there yesterday. Like if you study yesterday, it has that in there as well. Like it did start that here, looking like it, and then so it didn't hold. That really broke out. Like the breakout, the shift was right here. This shift right here, you may be able to study that part. But what I was seeing yesterday for me was just like buy the dip situation. 3,300 level was really trusting. Like I saw a few things yesterday. Well, it was really just the way the candles were looking too. The 4 hour, the wicks. Kind of when you're on the charts watching price. Different. This looks, yeah, like maybe a 5 minute. Can it turn into a 4? Can the 4 hour flip? The 4 hour is already flipping. Yo, look at that 4 hour. If that 4 hour. Bitcoin 109. Hallelujah. We need $111,000. We need 11.8. That's what we need. Let's just go. There's like a wow. Yeah, like there's a perfect break and retest here. Damn. No, there's like a break and retest there. See that? See that break? Yeah, there's like a break and retest. I'm about to teach y'all something fire about Bitcoin that I haven't taught y'all yet. Alright? Not here, not right now, but I'm going to make a video on it. Would I ever go back to binary trading? Probably not. Unless you guys want me to just like kind of like gamble. Like I don't mind like putting $1,000 in an account and just saying like fuck it. Like if you guys want, and I'll take like $10 trades, $20 trades, $50 trades, or $100 trades, whatever. I'll look for good trades, but maybe we can do something like that. That might not be for everyone though. Expiration trade. We take like maybe like crypto expiration trades, longer ones might be interesting. I don't know. Nah, I'd be into like more faster. Having an expiration to my trade would be like kind of annoying in a way. If it was long, I'd be like, ah. Yo, Bitcoin's looking strong. Good for you. Ethereum. Sol is hanging around. Sol's been hanging around, eh? Look at it, like, if you look at Solana, any of you guys into Solana? Yo, like, $100 got tapped. We've been above 100. Like, when did we break 100? December 23. So like January, like New Year 24. So look at all the time it's spent since $100. Solana. 150 and 125, like the 120s, 125. Look at this. So above 150 is bullish for Solana. Like if it can really just hold like 120, it could go back to 125, 100. Like you could see bearish case short term is between 150, 125, like staying between 150 and 125. Extreme bearish would be like between 150 and 100, maybe 90s. Extreme bearish. Bull case is like getting above 150. Like above 150 is bullish. If it can reclaim that, like if price, it could have. There's like fast moves above 150, and then we've had some small moves above 150. Some sharp moves above it. If you go look at the 150 price, above 150 rally. We got above 150 recently, like in May. We went above 150. We tried to go above 150 a couple times, even recently here on Sol. But below 150, you could see is like potentially even like a big accumulation zone when you really look at it. 150, 125 range. 125, 100 range on this. We yeah, realistically, if you're a holder, if you're a holder, you're a holder. that's the game right there. You want to sell higher prices, we'd want this, in the longer run. Claiming like trying to get above 150 is good for this. Is the point I'm getting to. If we can get above 150, that's good. That's good. It's tried. It's trying to, it's kind of just consolidating on here. We got a nice little inversion going on here, if you can see. Between 150 and 125, which is like an accumulation zone as well. If you look at 150, 125 to the left, 125, 150 area, you can see how price accumulates in there. Between 125 and 150. Now, when you're looking here, you have an inversion going on. Cool. Inverse going on in here. Consolidating. I got break and retest. Nice area here on the green zone. Maybe that takes us up. Nice area on the green zone there, but a lot of accumulation basically happening. One of the points I'm getting to, if you can't really see what I'm saying as well. Between 125 and 150, lots of accumulation. Pushes above 150, pushes above 150, pushes above one. There's rallies above 150, but you could see a lot of accumulation here between 150, 125. Price may try to do those types of things. Like, who's not to say you can't push up and literally come back down in July, August, September? Look at some of the price action over here. Pumps up, goes down. pumps up, goes down. You could have it could try to reclaim the level, pump underneath, back underneath it, come back in this accumulation zone. Basically between 150 and 125, like it's like accumulation area. It's been staying above. There's a lot of cryptos like it's holding. Bitcoin bullish for the day. That's good. Starting off Tuesday bullish, not a lot of news today. We had like a break and retest here. We were in like a bullish flag. We've been in like a bullish flag pattern. Like we had a bull flag here that broke out on Bitcoin. So we actually had a bullish flag here. If we go replay mode, we were creating like a bull flag on Bitcoin. I actually broke out of that. Like very technical it's becoming now. It's very technical there. We've been above 100K now for a bit. Since May 8th we've been above 100,000. That's interesting. Like from my experience holding this thing, it's pretty interesting how it's been staying above 100. Obviously the longest it's been above 100. I don't know, from here, is it like a supply squeeze, supply shock coming where it just kind of takes it up? There's summer chop. It looks like we're getting like a summer chop, basically. You could probably maybe expect more of this throughout July and August. It looks like a summer kind of summer months, summer chop. Gold, like I said, I went over the analysis for gold already for the day, guys. So again, zone, I made that punch up. It's in the zone, same zone. So 32.20 area. So you could look for entries, like you could look for entries around. Obviously, if we want 32.20, 32.25 to hold, you could look for entries at like 32.23, 32.22, 32.21, different prices. Better prices, lower prices. You don't want to buy on green candles. Buy on red candles when it pulls back. You don't want to buy when price pumps. Buy when price gives you those pullbacks. If you have a bias, especially. You know, summer chop is what it's like is what it's called. This is what the words that's being thrown around right now is summer chop. Can this last all summer? There's a lot of stuff happening throughout the coming weeks. So we have the crypto week coming. Remember that. That is coming July 14th to July 18th, where you're going to get a Clarity Act, Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act, the Genius Act for crypto. Now what this is all about. This is good stuff. If anyone remembers like FTX situation, a lot of people in the US, anyone who was holding money in there got pretty much burnt. FTX situation, this type of clarity regulatory acts that are going into place. So it's said, creates more policy, creates more regulation, creates more trust, creates more safety. Clarity creates more trust. So with those words mumbled, scrunched together, you got more adoption eventually. Once maybe things become more clear. When you think about crypto is like a roller coaster, high roller coaster cowboy phase. Now it's going into more of a regulatory, more policy. I'm still in gold. I'm in gold, guys. I'm in gold. Like I went over the analysis. I said, pay attention to what I say. Remember what I said. Good stop loss could be 19. If you like this setup as well, around like the 20s area. Otherwise, next zone would be 33.15, 33.10. Next zone would be 33.15, 33.10 to keep an eye on. We see accumulation pattern here, which is happening in the 20s. So I want to see if this holds. If this holds, it maybe gives us that push up, a drive up. Could go to 33.28, 33.30, 33.32, 33.30 area. That's what I said. I'm in buys. I've been in buys. To be TBH. When you get pullbacks, like when price pumps like that, like wait for pullbacks to enter. Like look for prices. So if you notice like what I do when I send a buy, you guys gotta, like when you see me send signals more, there'll be days like I sent 2 signals yesterday. I'm warming up. There'll be weeks where I send 2 signals a day in the future. So I'm warming up. When you guys see me send more signals, you understand a lot more too. Because if you notice when I send signals, I'll put like a little area between like a 20 pip, maybe sometimes a 30 pip, depending on the time frame. Like not a big area, like 20 pips. So I'll be trying to enter in that area, like 3307, 3306, 3305. I usually kind of scatter some prices around an area. So you got like 3325, 3324, 3323, or price could hold. It almost came to 20. It could probably hold 20. What's WIF doing? I just want to check something. Oh, it's sold a pump. We need ETH to pump. We need Bitcoin to pump. Maybe a summer chop. It's a big month. Obviously, Bitcoin's at a great price. Bitcoin's doing amazing. XRP's not doing bad either. If you're like realistically, Solana 151, 2,500, 2,600 almost ETH. Like top cryptos aren't doing terrible. Like TRX, Tron. Like there's some cryptos that aren't doing terrible. Polkadot's down. Polkadot's like at yearly lows. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Polkadot is low. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. TRX, Tron's been doing good. H-bars like in the middle. There's like some coins that are like ETF coins that are coming out. Avalanche is low. AVAX. Avalanche is at yearly lows. Avalanche is low. Yearly lows. H-bar is kind of in the middle, like kind of like Chainlink. Like it's not at its lows. It's not at the highs. The highs are far. Like the highs are up here. H-bar. It's not at the lows. It's more neutral demand in the middle there. There's more demand for this one. This isn't at the low. H-bar is like in the middle, 15s. Could go back up to the highs long term. Avalanche is at like yearly lows. ADA, same thing. Like ADA's not at the lows, but it's more like in the middle of like where it accumulated. Like ADA. That's like coming back. Like we had a punch up this year. Big punch up, huge punch up, and it's just been correcting bearish here. But this could be a accumulation. Like you could be looking at this like, okay, like this is more of like a chance. Like when you look at this, some of these charts realistically, see, like when you look at this is maybe setting up long term and a big channel for a breakout eventually. You can see it on the weekly. You should be able to see it on the weekly. Yeah, like long term back up to the highs. Highs are the highs way up here, but you got more likely back to here. Those highs. Right? Probably this year. Literally, probably by the end of the year. Avalanche, yearly lows, same thing. Like, this thing's pretty low, in a good place to potentially look at going up longer term this year. This is a top crypto. Polkadot's low. That's like yearly lows. Yearly lows right there for Polkadot. Sui's still above $2. So Sui is still above $2. That's good. Like, it's been holding above $2. That's good. It's gone to 530. Sui's still above 2. So that could go back to 5. It came to 2 and it more than doubled. Sui's still above $2. So there's some cryptos that are low. Avalanche is low. Yearly lows. ADA's like in the middle. HBAR more in the middle. Sui's still above $2. That's a top crypto. That's good. Like, it's been holding above, broke above $2, ran to like 5 plus, came back to 2. It's been holding above $2. Long term, it looks like it wants to stay above $2. $2 is like a good, I guess, like maybe a new floor for this one, like a new, new level. You can see it made resistance there, broke above it, came back to it. It's been staying above there. Most people are saying Sui will probably go $7-10. I would say like maximum target $10, but you can see like coming back to the highs is doable, and then $7 more likely there, like getting like this. You have this wave up, so you get like that next extension wave up. It goes to like $7 long term. So I would see Sui. Yeah, Sui's still above $2. XRP's above $2. XRP's been above $2 for like 200 plus days. If you go look at it, it's been pretty much, it's just holding that $2 price. XRP. That's pretty interesting for like a good amount of days. There's some good cryptos to keep an eye on this year until 2026. Oh, gold pushing down. So this is like the last. Yeah, like this is a better entry in this zone. If it doesn't hold this zone, it'll probably go, like I said, 33.10, 33.15 area. So I would keep like a tight stop loss, because the next zone it would probably come to would be here. Yeah, it didn't break 25 there. It gave us that push up. It gave us some scalping momentum if you were in at first. Pull back. It's back in the zone, back in this area. Yeah, still see the same thing on gold. If it holds 20s, if it doesn't, then probably not another trade setup today. This is the only trade setup I'm looking at today right now. I'm still in my buys. I'm still holding. I want to see if the lows hold, if this area holds. If it doesn't, like I said, next zone would be 33.15, 33.10 area, as I said earlier on the session when we got on. So yeah, still trying to see overall if same plan. As I said, this like area holds for gold. There was a nice change of character there, so this low would have to stick. If it doesn't, then I'll just close my trade. But I want to give it some time because I want to see if the lows hold. Looking for New York buys today. If New York buys don't stick, wait for the 4 hour today or later today or tomorrow. But next area, like I said, would be 33.15, 33.10. If buys don't stick for New York, then stay patient and wait for the 4 hour to close bullish. If buys don't stick for a New York session, wait for the 4 hour. I might drop a signal in Discord if this setup doesn't hit, maybe later in like 2-3 hours, if depending on what happens on gold before New York session or in the next couple of hours. So maybe when you're day trading, having like a plan for how many trades you're gonna take and what the plan could be for those trades. Like if you lose a trade, what the next trade is and how long after you take it. So if let's say you're taking 2 trades a day, if you take 2 trades a day and let's say you lose a trade, you can always evaluate if, and depending on how much you risk, like you don't want to be risking so much and then take the next trade immediately. Like depends on your risk as well, because if you're risking a lot on your trades, like if you're someone who risks more than 1 to 2%, you need to learn how to spread your trades out through the week. So you want to spread your trades out more through like the week. If you're someone who risks more than 1 to 2%, or let's say like 1 to 3% per trade, if you're like someone who risks 5%, 10%, you want to try spreading your trades out through the week, not go so heavy at frequency of trades. Because you can always look at on your day trading recovery setups. If you're risking 1%, 2%, 3%, or an amount that you can handle losing, there can always potentially be a recovery setup to make some of that loss back or the profit. And it could be the same bias. So your losses are like, you gotta look at your losses in certain ways too, like, and how you treat them. It's like, okay, I lost. You either accept the loss, come back the next day, come back the next session. But if you're scalping and you're day trading, like, and you're quick, and you know, like gold, like there can be quick reactions where you can get ins and outs of it, right? So you gotta look, if you're taking 2 trades a day and let's say you take a loss, one of those trades, so a loss, that second trade could be a recovery setup on the same bias, even sometimes shortly after your loss. So if this setup loses, if it hits 19, there may be a recovery setup. So keep that in mind. We might have a recovery setup later on. So when day trading or scalping, it's good to kind of keep like a lower risk in mind. If you're more spread out, like you're someone who's looking for trades you hold, like 1, 2 trades a week, 2, 3 trades, like not a lot of trades. Because if you're taking 2 trades a day, that's a huge difference between 2, 3 trades a week, right? Because you multiply that, you got 10 trades now in the week versus 2, 3 trades in the week. So the time is spread out much more, the exposure, how much you're on the charts, the setups you're taking more setups. So if you're day trading, let's say you're going into a session, it could be London session or New York session. You can always keep in mind that, okay, this might not be the only setup. Like I could lose this setup, or I could take quick profit on this setup, or I could come back to entry. But there can still be another trade, another reaction. Or even like this trade, I still think this could potentially hold the lows. I'm looking for New York bullish today. New York, we got London bearish. So I want to see if we get like a New York bullish, if you guys know that strategy. A recovery setup could be, let's say you hit a stop loss, or let's say you didn't close your trade, or let's say you hit like a break even or small loss. It could be a trade that's shortly after, because your bias could still be there. Or if you get wicked out on something, let's say you get like wicked out on something. 33.20 just got tapped. 33.20, 33.21, 33.22. So like it's at lower prices. I still like, we got London bearish, New York potentially bullish. So it's either like when you're day trading, it's either like accepting the loss, like okay, I'll accept it, come back. It's like okay, let's say you're trading London session, you're looking for one trade, you're looking for an entry. You find your entry, you take a loss, okay. There's either, let me see if I can find a recovery setup in the next 30 minutes to an hour. It doesn't always have to be right away. If it's right away, I've noticed it's usually when it hits your stop loss and it's like a liquidity grab. So So it's like, let's say you're day trading scalping. You're going to London session. Okay, you're going London market. You're gonna trade London, and you take a loss. Next trade could come New York. You could be like, okay, next time I'm gonna take a position will be New York session, or the next day. It could be like New York session too. Let's say you're gonna trade New York every day. You're gonna look for an entry in New York. You take a loss that day. It's like, okay, evaluate the loss first. Recognize, was I liquidity? Was I early? Evaluate it first. Maybe wait 30 minutes, an hour. See if there's a recovery setup. If not, come back the next day. Or come back the next session. That's where you have like, you could go into your market sessions. And your trades could get spread out. Doesn't have to be right away. Like, let's say you take a trade in London and you lose. You take a loss. All right, next trade could come New York. And that's still 2 trades, right, in the day. 2 different entries spread out. That's spreading it out at time in the day. Because you could be trading London and you could take a trade. Let's say you take a loss. So, okay, you took the loss. Sit back for 30 minutes, evaluate the loss and see and try to recognize if the setup you saw was still there, if it still remains. If not, wait for the next session. Wait closer to the next session. Try to wait closer to the next session. Or you could trade London every day. Let's say or New York. You're going to trade New York every day. You come to New York, you take a loss. Okay, I'll come back the next day and look for another trade. Or it could be like this. Let's say you're going to trade New York session every day. That's the only session you're going to trade. You could take 2 trades in that session. Let's say you take 1 trade and you risk 1% or 0.5%. And you lose it. The second trade could maybe be a recovery setup, another 0.5%. Like, so you're trading New York. Maybe New York once a day. Let's say you take a loss, 1% on 1 trade. You could still take 1 more trade, recovery setup, risking maybe another 1% or 0.5%. So total risk, like let's say you lose both trades. Bottom line thinking. This is called like we're talking about losing. I know we're talking about losing, but it's more like a bottom line thinking here type of discussion. I'm trying to think of worst case scenarios, thinking like how bad how bad could I get myself? What could be in control? At most, like let's say you lose both trades in the day, you've lost 2% in the day. You could look at it like that, or maybe it's a dollar amount. Maybe each trade you're risking $20 a trade, $10 a trade, $100 a trade, X amount per trade. Maybe it's something like that as well. Now, let's say you have a winning trade. You have a winning trade. The next trade doesn't need to come right away. You have a winning trade. Give yourself, especially if you're day trading or scalping. If you're scalping, give yourself maybe another 30 minutes, an hour to maybe wait for that next trade or in the next session too. Like you have a winning trade. Don't just enter those profits right away into the market. You have a winning trade. You have a winning position. You don't need to enter that right away into the market. You can wait for the next session, the next day even, right? Go touch some grass, realistically. Do something. Like if you have a winning trade, a lot of you guys do that too. I see it in I see the Discord chats. I see it. I literally, my computer will go. There's a noise my computer makes when someone writes in the chat. It's all day. I can hear that. I see the chats. So a good amount of you guys do that. You'll take a trade. It'll go. You'll make the profit. The setup will happen. The trade will happen. and then you'll re-enter the market with that profit or with that trade. You know, like, so like same goes for a losing trade. Like we were just talking about a losing trade. Like you take a loss, right? Evaluate the loss, spend 30 minutes, an hour, or come back the next session. If you're taking the trade in London, okay, the trade didn't work in London. Let's see if there's a trade in New York or Tokyo. It could be take a trade in Tokyo. Okay, trade didn't work in Tokyo. Let's come back. Let's come to New York session or go to London session, right? Yeah, so for this set, oh, XRP, oh, I'm on XRP chart. Yeah, this setup, there might be a recovery one later for New York, like later on in New York. For right now, I want to see if 3320, 3325 area could hold for gold. If we could like get some bullish movement out of there. There's this crazy wick down there. That goes to like 3310, literally. Gold in a nice zone where it could react. You can see. Only thing we have, like, there's that wick that goes down to literally like 3310, 3315 area. You can see to the left there. Even there's some support here, yeah, to the left. I mentioned this at the beginning already. It's in a nice area, but it could, see? There's this wick. See that wick to the left? It's the only thing. That's why I'm saying also 3310, 3315, which also has a resistance here. This is why they're saying it's going to be a big month. Well, look at Bitcoin's price. Bitcoin's price is big. But this is why it's like July is a big month. You know, coins aren't necessarily pumping like crazy. There's a lot of altcoins that are down, other coins that are down, but 14th to 18th. So what is today? Today's the 8th. So this could be 14th to 18th. Looks like an interesting week maybe. Does it mean prices are going to pump? It could cause quick pumps. And prices could always flash down just as quick as they pump. Like, doesn't necessarily, it's good hindsight for like the macro picture, the bigger picture. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean prices have to pump. Could they? Is this like a buy the news? Maybe anyone who's buying right now gets that pump if prices do pump because of this stuff. But this does create like good stuff for like the bigger picture, the longer term. Doesn't have to, you know. It's an interesting week where there'll be we could see a lot of news. 14th to 18th, so that's like literally next week. That's next week. Pay attention if you're not, because the space moves fast. Like the crypto space moves fast. Coins move fast. Like, one day you're just gonna see dog with hat go up 30% in the day, and it's like, what? Like, some of these coins, when right now alt season, like the index, Bitcoin has strong dominance right now. At the moment, I think we all know that. Alts, most major alts, alternative coins are really, really down in comparison to where Bitcoin is, which could be where, like, you know, some smart money is accumulating the good projects. Like, that when, let's say, Bitcoin dominance goes down, alts go up. Like, alts are at yearly lows. Like I was just even mentioning with some of the charts I just went over, you see some of those charts are at yearly lows. So it's like interesting time. $32.20 got tapped. Go up. Alright, I got a lot of I've been looking at these comments, dog. Damn, someone from some of these go deep. We gotta do the giveaway to there's a lot of comments. What's gold doing? Trying to push up. Pay attention, yeah. Basically, these are yearly lows. So look where polka dot is. Polka dot's low. LOW. Some coins are low. Avalanche is low. That's not as low. Litecoin, literally yearly. Like look at this area around $50. $50. This thing's, yeah, that's $50 right there. Some of these things are low. A lot of, you can go to so many cryptos. ICP's low. Ondo's low. There's a lot of coins that are low. ICP low. Even Dogleaf Hat's low. Dogleaf Hat's low. Alright, that's low. Gold. Go up, baby, go up. Oh, we held the low, fam. Let's see. It kind of made a lower low here. There's that right there. That held. So can this go into a high, pull back? This could come down one more time, to be honest, and then go up, or we go up and we just run, and then if it does that, it still could come down one more time and then still go up, something like this. A couple scenarios potentially. If that low holds, that low, we just went underneath it, it held. See if we hold, son. See if we hold some. What time is it? 8? I gotta go in 30 minutes, guys. Sorry. See what can happen in the next 30 minutes. I'll be done. I'll be wrapping the stream up in 30 minutes, but whoa, LPIP. Who are the two people? I gotta see the comment. Look, I haven't decided yet. There's a lot of comments. There's a lot of good ones. So I gotta go through find I gotta find the top 10 and then go through the top 10 and then from there kind of decide. There's a lot of comments, so shit. I gotta go. There's some good ones. There's some long ones. Some people wrote some long. Some people wrote some in different languages. All right. Some people literally wrote them in different. Would I go to Ibiza? Oh, for sure. Yeah, I want to go to Ibiza. We'll see what crypto does in this next 3-4 weeks. See what Solana does. We need Solana and ETH. ETH's interesting. Thing dropped like 25%. And then bam, back up. I'll go to Ibiza one day. You'll see. I've always had that in mind. Yeah, gold trying to push up. It's holding the 20s. We wanted to get above 25, really. Like, that's that level, that quarter. Good reaction at 32.20. Damn. See how I said stop loss 33.19? Holy. Close one. That low, we're getting lower lows here. That's good. This is good. This right here, that's good. If this can stick. This can stick for us. I could see, like I was saying before, like 33.30. I could see maybe at the most, like if we hit 33.32, 33.33, I'm out. I'm out. All right. If we get to those 30s, I'm out. I'm out. Ordering some donuts. Literally. I think I'm gonna, to be honest. We just gotta push up 28, like 28.30s first. Remember what I said. Remember what I said. Here it is. I was saying like 28.30 it'll go to those white lines. Yeah, there's the white lines. So 28.30, that area's gonna get hit. About to. And then, so if you can get to 28.30, that's a good little target area there. But if you're trying to really make some money, 30, 32, 33. If you're trying to get up there, 32. Like TP1 would be like 33.28, like literally 33.28. 33.30 area. Like it's getting close to like TP1. Like it's TP1 is like right here. This higher high it's making right now. This would be like a good TP1. I would say 33.32 would be next. Like it's about to hit 33.30 from the looks of it. There you go. Gold's in profit, guys. GG. Yo. GG Buffon. Yeah, 1900. I'm up 2 G's. So honestly, I had a good day yesterday. Like, if it goes to like 33.30, oh, if we can hit 30, like, yeah, like, give me some time. Let me look at it. Shit. It's that good take profit one, literally right now. Remember those? I literally put these white lines before. These white lines are take profit one. Take profit two would be up here. All right. What's silver doing? Silver dropping. Silver's. I like to look at silver sometimes when I'm in trades on gold. Right now would be a good take profit one, to be honest. This is just day trading. Like, we're just trying to scalp day trade here. Like, if you're trying to swing, go break it. If you're trying to swing, like, you'd have to wait for the 4 hour to close. Like, the 4 hour, 52 minutes. If you're trying to swing, you got to play by the 4 hour and you got to hold. Like, I don't know where this is going to be in 8 hours from now, but it's easier to predict where price could go in the next maybe 20 minutes here versus the next 20 hours. 4 hour flipped completely. Y'all should be in the P. You're welcome. Good morning. Go get breakfast. I'm going to go on a walk. There you go. 29. This will be a good take profit one. Like, let me look at it on the 1 hour and the 4 hour if it's. This is a good like day trading scalping setup for sure. 4 hour flipping bullish, both 4 hours. Like, oh, I gotta put Oanda here. Oanda forex.com. The 4 hours flipping bullish, but this 4 hour has so much time left. It can only go up so much. I think, you know. This 4 hour is only gonna go up so much until the next one. Like, it was a pretty nice move. It just made clean move from 20. This 4 hours is only going to go up so much. There might be a pullback before continuation if you're looking for swings, but good take profit one right now, literally. If you're trying to swing like for the day, I would say like get to those 30s, like 33, 32, 33, 33, a little bit up more. You could pull back from here. This would be a good take profit one. This would be a good take profit because you could pull back. Like if this pulls back, it's like shit. It's re-entry then. If it pulls back, then it's like a re-entry. It's either gonna go and stick or pull back for like a re-entry. There you go. Good morning. So y'all just some of y'all were looking for trades last night. I know. Should have just waited for me to come on this morning. Patience. I'm trying to teach you guys patience this year. I'm going to teach you guys patience this year. That's what I'm going to do. You might reject here and then there's a re-entry. Like I said, that was a good take profit one right there. This could reject, go for a re-entry. Potentially come back down to 25, 23 area. Probably come back down to 25, 23 area and then possibly a re-entry. That was a good move. That was a clean move. Like day trading, scalping, clean move. Like the next entry would probably come in an hour, maybe the next hour. It's probably going to pull back down. So that was a good, literally it hit 29. It almost hit 30. I was saying before, I could go to 28, 30 area, these highs. So now it'll probably come down to here and then potentially go for a re-entry. And that would be maybe the 4 hour sticking bullish if this closes bullish. Regardless, everybody should be in profit. You should be in profit on the trade. You could take profits, try to look for re-entries. It might give you a re-entry. It might come down like 20 pips. You could probably take profits still and look for re-entries a bit later. Maybe in the next hour. Closer to 9:30. 8:30, between 8:30 and 9:30 probably. It'll probably come down between like 8:30, 9:30 range. There might be one more entry for the same type of setup. Same setup we were looking at. But that made the move. That was a good move. That made the move. Hopefully you guys were able to take some profit there. Literally, I was saying this is a good take profit. Could look like a pullback right now. Like, like things happen in moments. Like you can only. It's like real time. Like it's happening. Remember I said 28.30 it could hit. I literally said that when we were back down here. Looking for that move up. Made that higher. It made a higher high here. Showing some shifts, some structure shifts. I think it looks like it'll still try to stick bullish. It looks like buyers are trying to be in control, like more of an accumulation coming into New York. That low held, literally. It might try to pull back. Like, here's what could maybe happen. Let's go, where was it? Remember this? Oh, remember this chart over here? I said it'll either pull back, go up, or we're gonna come back down, maybe go up. So this, literally, was seeing in the future. Like I was saying, it could maybe come back up, to come down, to go up. That's kind of happening right now. It's either gonna stick or do a deeper pullback. It's shallow or deeper in situations like this where buyers are in control or something's taking over. The market's either gonna go shallow, which is more aggressive, or deeper. At times it could go boom, make a support, make a double, and do something like this. Or you could have equal lows and literally go If we can hit 33, 32, 33, that would be like blessed for the day. For me. I'll be happy. It's coming back to 28, 29. It's coming back. Yo, buyers might be in control. Good setup. Good session. Patience is key. I've been teaching you guys patience these last couple weeks. Because as much as I don't need to, we don't need to trade as much, we don't need to stream as much as I stream to be, if you guys have noticed, like, I stream a lot. And that, like, that keeps us on the charts more. That's not, like, trading's not always about being on the charts 8 hours a day. All that streaming is for you guys to learn. Like, there's material there. There's content there. There's material there. Like, all the streaming I've done the last months, like, that's like, you don't, that's not what you have to do to trade. Like, I'm doing a lot of that for you guys, for the education, the knowledge, the wisdom, the experiences, the lessons, right? Go look at how often I send signals again, and charts. Most of the charts and signals I send, and then go look at your chart time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That was a good day. Well, I got like 10 minutes here, guys. I gotta wrap it up. I don't have long, but called that one out live. GG. Hopefully you guys got some good entries. It went down to the 20. I'm up. I'm in profit. So you could back at TP1 if you didn't take profit. TP1's hit. TP2 would be like 32, 33. So I see that. I see like 32, 33 maybe coming. Moon. But yeah, good session. Hope you guys learned something at least today. Hopefully you guys took that trade. Tag me on Instagram if you did, or tag me in Discord. Tag me in Discord if you guys took the trade. Make sure you guys tag me. That shit fires me up. Alright? Keeps me going. Keeps me going. Smash the like button too, alright? We got 674 views, 34 likes. Damn. Y'all hate me or something. Alright, peace. I'm out. Peace. Yo, we got, yeah, I'm looking at the, we got 145 people on right now and only 34 likes on the video, on the stream. Damn. Haters gonna hate. I'm just here to motivate. Bruh, that was just haters gonna hate. I'm just here to motivate. Oh my God. Who am I? When I wake up, I piss. When I wake up, I piss excellence. Ricky Bobby. I gotta do the giveaway tonight. I was going through the comments and it's getting deep in the comments. Yo, W's in the chat. Tag me in Discord. Tag me in Discord if you caught the chat. If you caught the trade. Tag me in Discord or Instagram. Cause that was pretty saucy. I called that one out live, yo. We trusted the 20. Yo, the 20s held. Those 20s held. We trusted that one today. We trusted the 20s. That low literally that low literally held. That pattern, like patterns like this, it's either gonna stick or not, and the low literally. Hopefully you guys took that trade. Go on a walk, go grab a coffee, go to the gym, chill, break even if anything. Like, don't let it turn into a losing trade. Some of you guys have entries down here, so at the bottom. Some of you guys have probably lower entries than I have. So you could be break even, take profits right now and maybe break even. I would say take profit too, is 30, like I already mentioned. That was a good one though. That was a good one. Go get a coffee. Go on a walk. Maybe there's a re-entry between closer to 9:30, like maybe closer to 9:30 in the morning, like New York open. Maybe re-entry closer to. I'm on IG live right now. There might be a re-entry if it pulls back. Like it could, like it came back. See, it could chop around. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's Tuesday. It's still Tuesday. We got tonight, London, maybe London tonight, Tokyo or London, New York tomorrow. Because you could potentially, we have people on, yeah, those bars, right? Today was a good day. Buddy, when I wake up, I fucking piss excellence, alright? Ricky Bobby. Yeah, there could be a pullback, and like if you're in the trade, there could be like a 20, 30, 40 pip pullback. Like it could come down to here and maybe give you a re-entry later. It was a good move. Literally, like I said, when it came up there. That was a good trade. That was a good move. Now maybe it's setting up for a re-entry. Yeah. They come back for that re-entry. I want to show you something. This it's coming back for. It's coming for a re-entry. They'll probably have like the 4 hour. Remember what I said. Just remember, it depends on the 4 hour too. If that 4 hour closes bullish, then it's a key. Like okay, then it'll give you like more of a swing up. So with trades, it's about like getting, like you get reactions, you get good moves. It's good to get out. You could always get out, quickly reevaluate if there's a re-entry. You know, you don't always got to get hundreds of pips. Like it's not about hundreds of pips. It takes the same effort to make $2,000 as it does $200, $20. It's the same effort to make $20 as it does $200, as it does $2,000, as it does $20,000. Same effort. Same effort. Yeah, I had to go off IG live there because the chart was moving. I was like, well, yeah, and I only got two hands. I'm playing music, looking at the chat. Yeah, like it broke up. It's trying to go, looks like trying to go for re-entry. Trying to find like a re-entry. Maybe to push it up one more time. Regardless, good trade. London bearish, New York bullish. London full bearish. Accumulation coming into New York. Pre-New York. Accumulation kind of coming into pre-New York, and there was a low here. It took out that low. That was interesting experience, right? Situation, behavior. Taking out the low, coming into New York. Fast moving down. Looks like it's going bearish, but then pops up. Good experience there as well with price behavior. Winner tonight. I gotta go. I'm going through the comments today. We got a good trade, good day. So I won't be on the charts until tonight. I'm gonna chill. I'll be on the charts tonight. We'll see where things are at. If you're break even, go on like if you break even, don't look at the chart. Come back, put an alert on your chart so it lets you know, oh, I got taken out break even, and maybe reevaluate. But like if you break even, give it some breathing room. But I'm out, guys. I gotta go. We're gonna wrap it up. Good stream. I'll be on later. I don't know what time, but I'll let you guys know an hour before I go live. It's either gonna be Tokyo or a bit before London session, depending on how the charts look. Depending on how the charts look, it's gonna be Tokyo session or pre-London, like a bit before London session, depending on how the charts are looking tonight, like where things are at. It might not be worth going on. Like it might not be worth. Sometimes it's not worth going on the charts. Like there's nothing to really look at. It's better to preserve the time for the later time, another hour.